say I mind there was so yeah. Mr. Make a saka cry. I need you counsel. Listen, no cry, me say, when you have a trainer, Mokoto, Bassa, the motor cannon, and more repeating mistake. Cause on my new bleedy, you my force who bleedy. No question, I make catch where my family who hates. Party A, any party B, and you will boost you Japadi. Here come my young canna or mine, ya late. Sebi, one more casapi, and so ka crabby no more. Now, your mobile no so cry fake. The second coming of Chroma. Nana Kwame Bediako and Sroma was saying, it's Ghana mine yet is soon we nasa was so obey my hanya, your man a quine, I bread. Why, Mamma, me the threat. What's a who do be brain on what she said?
This piece is dedicated to Sachela. He's that man. Stands. Do you know there was a coming boy, so faithful to his forthcoming dream, who didn't party with his two hands, but out of them formed a poetry. He held galaxies in his mind, so he could command luxuries. He's that thinking man. The opened Caesar. Who would have believed this coming young boy would steer the routes with his door-to-door selling thing? Oh, I've got some clue. If you get one, he was born for his room. To die with his future, he wasn't shy to mine. Possess diamonds, he wasn't prepared to search. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. The paintings of his exploits, the lessons of his ups and downs. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. His move and shapes life new for him, and with him, he rejected to be ambassador of poverty. He told for his now, they found at the skies. He has shown up for who he is. If he feared to take up his territory, would have been in a fury. But he's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. He embraced bigness. He didn't shy away from anyone. So if you give him the chair, I believe you build up to give us the ladder. He's that thinking man, the opening Caesar. He's that man, our Bediako. Bediako. Thank you.
The team, all right, the team that helped put all of this together, the deans, the chancellors, the new force team, and the people of the University of Cape Coast, give it a big applause. Thank you. I am finally here. Freedom, Jacob Caesar. Well, we're waking up now. You know, energy is such a beautiful thing. That is all we have in life. When your energy kicks in, you start to activate the parts of your body. You activate your brains. You activate your wisdom. You activate your knowledge. You activate your courage. Then you start to activate everything around your surrounding. You know, you come and take over this world. The universe is a force. you. You need to activate the gift that God has given you. Today, I came here to share my success story with you. I am here to share the code with you. And I am going to have a good 20 or 30 minutes to answer your questions. For me, it's more important to know what you think of me, what you can get out of me, what you're going to learn from me, what you're willing to teach me that I don't already know. I am taking that too. But I want to say I am very privileged to be with one of the best universities in Africa. We need to be up. We need to show Ghana that we are intelligent, that we are smart, that we are ready. Just make sure you choose the right people around your surrounding. But don't try to take someone else's glory. Everybody is unique in their own way. Find your way. Find your path. Walk on your path. Be bold on your path. Don't let anybody change your mind. Do you understand what freedom means? It means no fear. No fear. I have no fear. The freedom of fashion, the freedom of building wealth, the freedom of saying what I want to say, the freedom of taking a decision that a billion people are running away from. There is no fear. This is the definition of courage. And I know all of you are looking for degrees, but please activate your courage, because you need courage to take decisions. The first thing in life is learn how to take decisions and be bold about it. Be courageous about it. Learn to tell your mother or your father, who is a lawyer, and telling you that you have to be a lawyer when you know you're not your president. Please tell your mother, no, I know who I'm becoming. I know who I'm going to be. Don't worry, I will come and take care of you. And very soon, you have to be bold and take it. Now, I want to tell you, when you refuse to take a decision, what happens? You just make a choice. But choices are very wrong. You see, if it was that easy to make your choice, get rich. Get rich. See that? You see, it's not easy to make a choice and let it become a reality. But when you take a decision and you know what you're doing in the next 5 years, people are going to look at you, an amazing man in 5 years. Because great decision leads you to great paths, and great paths leads you to your destiny. Please, I want to advise all of you, and I know you're studying and you're going to acquire some degrees, but please take the decision on the path that you really want to work on. Do you know my job? I am a humanitarian philanthropist. Yes, that's what I am. I give. I just give to society. People don't understand that everything about me is to give back to you. I have built some wealth, but I'm showing it to you. I am giving it to you. You have to be the one that is inspired by what you're seeing. I share everything I have proportionally, and it never runs out. So, I know that you want to become successful. You want to be rich. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something about riches. When you acquire riches, money controls you. When you start to build wealth, you control money. But when you find your destiny, you start to chase legacy. And legacy, no money can buy. It's priceless. So even after I had some riches and I went into building wealth, I had to still move on to the next step. And that's me now chasing my legacy. My legacy is to be a leader. My legacy is not to be a rich man. My legacy is not to be a wealthy man. My legacy is to be a leader of a new generation, of a new nation, of a new country, of a new continent. I want history. I want to be part of the people in the books. I want to be remembered, and I want my absence to be felt when I'm not here. I want the things money cannot buy. I don't want Lamborghini anymore. I don't want Mercedes anymore. I don't want Lexus anymore. I've gotten it now. Now I want legacy. Listen, I am here to share my trophy with you. I'm here to share my knowledge with you. There will be no value in this knowledge if I cannot share and live. And talking about riches and wealth and legacy, you see, when you chase destiny, you will leave a legacy for real. When you chase wealth, you will leave a will. Somebody will inherit what you've worked hard for, and they might know how to spend it better than you. But when you chase riches, you will leave a bill. You will die and you will owe people money. So, riches is a great thing, but don't let money control you. It's the most powerful ornament that convinces humanity and moves us. It buys our time. Some even, your soul is bought. Money is a powerful tool. In fact, I would like to break it down for you because some of you don't even know I am your new IMF. I am the country's new IMF. I understand money so well. Now I'm going to break down money for you. You know, everybody here is trying to acquire a degree so they can get a good job or they can start some business. You're going to spend 8 hours of your day. If you're not working for yourself, you'll be working for someone else. You will do it 5 times in a week. It's only Sunday that you might go to church to pray to God, and you're only going to give God 2 hours. But you give money 40-something hours a week. It's obvious you're worshiping money, but you don't know this. Okay? Now let me break it down for you what it says. Money. M says, many will suffer for me. O is telling you that over me, many would die. And that never will you and I say no to I. And E is saying that eternal is my life. Yes, we will all leave it and it will still be here. But Y also says that yes, I am the root of all evil. So you know where you're going now. You know what you're chasing. You have to chase it. But when you get it, you have to build it with great intentions, genuine intentions. You have to share it proportionally so God can put more in your hands, because there is a good side to it and there is a bad side to it. Now, I know that you probably wanted to hear my chicken story my scrap story, fake clothes story. But no, you already know that I am trying to give you the code. The code. The code. You like the code? Yes, so you got code number 1, decision. When you take decisions, it's going to lead you to another thing. Once you take a decision, you become responsible for whatever you have decided. I felt the value of responsibility. I became responsible for my own decision. That is still with me up to date, because I knew that if I don't make it because of the decision I took, then I have to make another decision. And taking more decisions can send you back. Listen, don't be a talkative. Be a thinkative. Think. You have to think. You have to think till your head starts to hurt. You have to think. Use your brain cells. You know the power in thinking? Those who work smart are the ones who can move faster with technology. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be clever. You should be clever too. You have to have the two. Be clever and be smart. And be a great thinker. I have been into real estate, and I have divided the real estate into 4 core departments. And I started with residential. And when I started with residential, I had a nightclub that I rented. And I took the money from everyone that came to the nightclub in a space of 3 weeks. Do you understand the strategy? Quick. You have to have speed. When you think, you have to think like a Lamborghini. So you move like a Lamborghini. You're fast like a Lamborghini. You pass everybody. When they're still at the back, you're far gone. You're ahead of them. When I took the money, I simply used the money to buy the building that I rented. That's how I got into real estate. And there is not much you can do here or less or a clinical thief. You need to steal from the year. You need to beat time. You cannot cheat life, but you can beat time. That's why I use time. That's why I use 3 months to take everyone's money that will come closer to me and exchange it for an entertainment. But I'm not here to entertain you because I'm not an entertainer. I'm an investor, developer. I'm a money collector. I plant money. I water money. I let it grow. I invest it again. I build it again. And I am measuring my time. I take risks with time. I move myself with time. Because I know out of the 7 decades, which is 70 years that I have, I am going to sleep 2/3 of it away. So I only have 2/3. That is 50-something years. And I know that the first 5 years I couldn't do anything. Educate myself like all of you, then I have 19. Yes. To get married, to build houses, to become a president, to become a manager, to become all of this. In short, I came here to tell you that you have to remember God has given you a gift, and that's your life. You're just breathing air. The only thing that you have with this gift is your time. Learn to plan with it properly and take the right decisions in the time. Take decisions according to the timing. Listen, I am serious. When you make a profit, you become sane. Even when God realized that in human beings is acceptable to him, because human beings will have to worship him, because human beings will have to adore him, because he invested more in us. So every time you make profit, your brain starts to widen up. You can't waste your time in loving an obstacle, in loving a building, loving a car, trying to dreaming of a Land Cruiser. You have it. Where are you going to cruise the Land Cruiser if you haven't bought a land? You see, you have to be a great investor. You have to invest your time into people. Time they will not forget. They will remember you. But you see, I didn't build any houses straight. When I got that money, I had to turn it around again. I had to do the second round by renting, renovating, selling again, and I started to collect some land. It's called land banking. The first 4 plots I bought, I gave one away to one of my brothers and one of my sisters. Now, you heard what I told you about giving. It's one of the most powerful things about me. I have no fear to give. The hardest thing is not the money that we make. The hardest thing is to give the money that we make. And when you start to give without fear, take this from me. I can assure you, your cup would never run dry. Yeah. Your mother is in the corner waiting for you. Your sister, your brother, your friend. They need you. Be there for them. You might think your money is going, but those people are looking up to you. Either their big brother, their savior, they're blessing you, they're praying for you. When you do it 1,000 times, 1,000 people saying, God bless you. The universe is hearing it. The universe can see that you're different from the others who are stiff pocket. They're always keeping their money and think that keeping the money will become more. No. Money, you cannot bury it. Money needs to be used. Money needs to be given. Money needs to be invested. Money needs to be shared proportionally, and it can bring and attract a lot of blessing for you. But here is what happened when I decided to build. That's what made me the man that I am today. You know, building a building, do you know, is the artificial way of creating a human being. Yes. So, and I'm going to tell you, every building has over 10,000 components. The wires that goes through the back of the block work, switches, plugs, plastic, this, concrete, sand, cement. Hey, it doesn't finish. Towels, toilet, bowls, sink, taps. Oh, it's a lot. And every one of them needs to be engineered, needs to be planned, needs to be designed. Then when you finish, you connect it to a main power, a main source. You know, that's how I saw it. It was interesting. I just felt like, okay, maybe this is how the white man looked at an eagle and made a plane. Because the eagle could fly. So he looked at the eagle and he created a plane. And I created a house. So my building is different from the other people's building. I'm not a builder. I'm not a developer. I sell spaces. I'm about to share the secret with you. My number one principle in my real estate business is selling spaces. I create them. My first land, everybody was building one house on their plot. I went there in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. I did some prayers. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. And the wisdom came. Bam! going to build 2 houses on 1 plot. And so I put 2 houses on 1 plot, but it cost me 150% to build the 2 houses instead of the 200%. So I saved money. I saved 50% of the profit. I come to take what belongs to me and I do it calm. After doing all of that in a stretch of doing 8 houses, I wanted to still put more and more and more on the plot. That is how you build businesses. Your reputation will live longer than you, but you have to have a principle. If it's McDonald's, let it be McDonald's. Don't let anybody change the taste of your chips, the size of your drink, and how it's packaged. Because you started it, and if someone comes to change it, they have changed your vision. They have changed your destiny. They have changed what you have invented. That decision that you took has become a big thing. From commercial, I went into industrialization. We are ready to industrialize this country by building technology hubs, industrial hubs, putting plants in every region, creating jobs, 10,000 per a pot. When you put one plant in a building and you start to refine the products, people will be working 24 hours. The machine is a robot. We should have done this 50 years ago. It's on the screen. That is the vision. The vision of building an industrial hub, a technology hub, and an energy city. Many look at it and they think it's impossible. It is possible to bring everything ahead into reality. These things you're seeing, it took me 4 years, 3 to 4 years. I grew so fast in the business. In fact, I was growing faster than the government. Facts. Because he has created the policies, but he's not learning from his own policies. He is not taking advantage of his own policies. So from the back, I started to take advantage. I was becoming a Godzilla. I was becoming a giant. But at the same time, in the sight of mankind, I was seen as an ant, very small. The greatest people feel very little inside, but they grew great. It's because they think great. It's because they move heavily. They learn mistakes from the greatest people and they move with it. They run with it. Petronia, it's the only thing that is going to be replicated in African countries, because without industrialization, no nation, no country has ever been built on this planet Earth. The Chinese use industrialization to build their country. The Americans use industrialization to build their country. The Europeans use industrialization to build their country. You just saw Dubai. They used 46 years to build over 3 million apartments, hotels. 46 years. 3 million apartments, houses, buildings, hotels, airports, planes, everything. 46 years. Can you imagine the speed? It was industrialization. Our leaders have been running away from this. And this same industrialization is stopping us from getting jobs. Young men and young women, I stand here today, that me standing in front of you is not because I'm a young, successful man and I've just come to tell you how rich or how wealthy I've become. No, I am investing in you because I trust in you. I believe in you. I know you're young. I know you have the energy. I know you're the future man. I know you're the future woman. I know you women are the strength of this country. And the old people, they can advise us. But I strongly believe that they have lived their future very well. And I will not rely on them to build our future because they have outlived their future. It's going to take us to come together to look into building our future. And my message that I'm preaching and I'm telling and I'm sharing, and it's also my purpose, is that we need to industrialize ourselves to change our mindset, the way we think, our skill set. We need to change it. We need to make sure that we think like the Western people and what they did. Which one would you choose? Are you going to hate some white man because they told you he took your gold from you? Or are you going to learn how he took your gold from you? I am going to make sure every single one in China one day will take some of my medicine so they can become taller. Will make sure that whatever they're taking from me, I'm going to take it back from them. I am telling you that, look, you need to be a thinkative. You need to be that man. You need to be that wise man, that powerful man. Make sure you take back what belongs to you. You need to understand this, that people think life is about living. Life is about planning. It's about thinking. And everyone that has taken from me, I am going to take it back 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. I am going to sell back to them. I am going to make sure that they will come to Africa and they will work with us. I will make sure Chinese people don't come here to just extract our gold. They will work for us. White people will work for us. Europeans will work for us. Americans will work for us. Ghanaians, you should work for us. Africans, you should work for us. This is what we have to do. You see, you might think that this is enough. After getting this industrialization going, anybody will pause. You see how big all of these things are? Anybody will pause. No, not freedom, Jacob Caesar. I don't stop. I'm a machine. I'm a supernatural being. I am a God-chosen being. I see myself in you, but I am demonstrating my power. That comes from my knowledge. I am just spending my money. The way I invest it is coming back in different folds. I'm empowered. I'm uplifted. I'm ready for this world. Then the world is ready for me. The universe is embracing me. And God likes what I'm doing. He's always saying that, my son, not many have done what you're doing. You should go out there to them and tell them to do more than you. I'm here today to tell you to do more than me, because after this industrialization, guess what? I was coming for the last one in the real estate industry. National development. How to develop your country. How to do national development. You see, they didn't see me coming. Because when I wanted to start with national development, I went to buy 2 tigers. And the tigers, I bought one from South Africa. The other one, I bought it from Dubai. But it was a big bid with a sheikh. And the sheikh thought, African black guy, he's not going to buy this white tiger. I bought it. That's how Sheikh Akmatum found out about me. So I wanted to show you how I invest and my mind behind investment. When I was buying the 2 tigers, I was buying it to break the records of this world. The Asian man says that tigers will never survive in West Africa, in East Africa, in North Africa. Only in South Africa, because their climate has 4 different climates. So they said in Africa, it won't survive here. But I asked myself, but also Asian men, they don't have gold. So how come my gold is surviving there and your tiger cannot survive? I didn't understand it. So I bought it. But when I was buying it, I knew that this is the only two things that would let me do my first biggest national development, to build a zoo. So a zoo is the national development. A museum is the national development. A stadium is the national development. See, real estate is big. It doesn't end. These two tigers brought me a lot of trouble, but a lot of fame too, and a lot of popularity, a lot of things. And they cost me every 2-3 days a cow. Yes, my wife is here. They cost me more than the money I feed my whole family with in the house. Because if I don't give it to them, maybe I'll wake up and me too, I'm gone. And they are hungry. They've eaten me. But I call the two animals Kunta and Kinte. Kunta and Kinte. I'm sharing my story with you today. You want to find out about my success story. It's not just riches, it's a code. So I want you to take your time and listen. Kunta and Kinte. So this is the name of the slave that they took out of Africa that had lost his place. What I'm basically telling these tigers is that you've lost the jungle and I'm bringing you to the domestic world. You have to learn to survive. But I have a trainer that have trained these tigers. Today, they can play football with us. When you tell them to sit, they sit. When you tell them to lie down, they lie down. They become a part of us. And guess what? Ghana is going to be the first country in East Africa, West Africa, and North Africa that has tigers, that is going to breed tigers. And Freedom Jacob Caesar has finally now built a zoo. I built a home for the animals too. I did not only give shelter for human beings, I am also giving shelter for animals. I feel empowered. I feel great. Some people will call it work. I call it achievement. Because I am doing things that I'm happy about. So the four sides of real estate I've covered. Now I just need to expand it. And it's going to take you to be with me on this journey. That we have a country to build. We have a nation to revive. We have a culture to redeem. And we have a continent to build. I came here today to share with you this story and to replace that fear in you and leave you with hope. I came here today because I want you to know that you can build residential, commercial, industrial, national. I came here today because I want you to know you can acquire wealth. And the more you build your wealth, the more you collect these things, the more you have nothing for them. This is the sad story. Like you bought a lot of cars, you have a lot of watches, you have a lot of clothes, but you don't have any use for them. And the people who are looking for you the most, they know exactly what to do with what you have. I'm trying to tell you what life is about. The only reason why you know what to do with what I have is because you don't do what I'm doing. What I'm doing occupies my time. So even if I have a Bugatti, I barely have the time to drive it. If I have 100 shoes, I'm going to work every 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Sometimes I am in the office till 12. I end up sleeping with my shoes. And I wake up and I realize that I didn't even take my clothes off. I have to get up, pray, go to the gym, run, prepare myself, and back again, doing it and doing it. So some of you should remember, if you're going to become successful and extremely rich, you will end up as a slave to your own wealth. Are you ready? The question is, are you ready for that? Are you ready? Because you have to protect whatever that you're going to build, whatever that you're going to gain. You have to manage it. You have to water it. You have to protect it. You might not sleep that 6 hours anymore. You might not have the chance to sit down with your friends and talk and laugh anymore. You might lose all your time. So God doesn't give the blessing to everyone, because some blessings is going to come with a lot of challenges. And it's not everyone that has the heart to face these challenges. But if you want to face these challenges for success, rule number 1, prepare yourself. Chances come for the prepared minds. There is no such thing as luck. Rule number 2, take the decisions that you're ready to be responsible for. Because there's going to be a time you're going to be alone in this world. Even though there are people around you, you are alone. Because in your mind, there is so much going on. And you are alone. It's very lonely at the top. It's very lonely at the top. And rule number 3, prepare for your enemies and prepare for your haters. For there are going to be so many of them. And everybody will want to pull you down. And everybody wants to bring you down. But you have to be so strong. You have to have a soul of a lion, the balls of a tiger. And you have to look straight and you have to walk straight. Don't let nobody distract you. Don't let nobody pull you. Don't let nobody scare you. Look in the eyes of the people around you and look out. Take them. Pull them closer to you. Control your world. Be that man of dignity. Be that man of integrity. Be that man of humility. Be that man with grace, with glory, with oil. Be ordained. Be powerful. Don't be weak. Because every time you're weak, you need to find the strength again. And even when you die, you still have to be alive. Because your soul will remain here. Do not make headlines. Make history. Let the people remember you. Let the people thank you. Let the people bless you. And remember, you are on your own. It's great to learn from the greatest people. It's great to be subdued. It's a great feeling to be humble. When you have it all, your egos get up. People become arrogant. You want to see the true colors of a man? Wait for them to get money and see how they treat people and see how they look at people and see how they value people. No, you shouldn't be that person. You can't let money change you. Change the world with money. You cannot let money change you. You cannot let success get to your head. But take a minute and think about how you can significantly add value to other people's life so you can become continentally, internationally, globally successful. Today, I have woken up for the nation of this country because we are separated and we're divided. Everything has become our culture being westernized. Everything is about our tribe. Everything we have to pay for. We have to pay for job when the job have to pay us. We have to pay to become a policeman. We have to pay to drive because the policeman would take bribes from you. We have to pay the policeman when you have a criminal case before they will listen to you. We have divided ourselves and we're losing the mentality of development. I have spent this hour, 15 minutes and 43 seconds. Don't ask me how I was counting my time, but this is a very long time that I've shared with you. I think a part of my soul is with you. I'm not leaving you alone. I'm leaving you with a part of me. And I know my knowledge and my wisdom is going to stay with you. Thank you very much. And I'm open for questions right now, UCC. I hope you enjoyed this moment. I hope you have received something. Thank you. And I have time for 10 questions.
The resources of our country, but because you are not poor, because you have whatever you have, I mean, whatever wealth you possess, you have the wealth. Per our witness, and for whatever we've also observed, successive governments have come and they made such statements. I want to put to you that what sets you so apart from them? I mean,
that he's saying what sets me apart from these leaders. I am going to break it down for you. One is age. I'm young, I'm fresh, I'm strong, I'm focused, I'm ready, I have energy. I will not be sleeping when you put me down there. I will be working, I will be moving. And you saw me. I did not dig holes. I built buildings. I built hotels. I built industrial parks. Go and bring me any leader in the past 40 years in your country that built all these buildings, that gave all these jobs before you made him your president. And I will take my hat off for that leader. If they know how to build like me, if they know how to crawl like me, if they know how to manage money like me, go and bring them for me. I want to see them. That is the difference. It's so clear. Like you don't even need to ask me, but I will answer you. That is the difference. How young do you want it again? How fresh do you want it again? How focused do you want it again? Thank you. Next question, please. Let's go on. To answer the lady's question about procrastination. You know, one of the things that really change your path, your destiny, when you listen to people, let whatever that they say determine your moralities. I never let what people say determine my moralities. I always see the people who are coming against me as a weapon for me to see what to do. You know, when they canceled the convention, well, one would have thought that I put so much investment, that I have killed his show, I have killed his investment, I have killed his ego. No, they just gave birth. They thought they were going to bury the seed. But look, the seed started germinating. They made me grow. They made me stand stronger. The young man was asking me a question about, what was he saying again? How do I keep my secret to manage my wealth and to do what I'm doing? That is not a secret. It's not a secret. I've shared everything with you guys. It's not any secret anymore.
You talked a lot about industrialization, and we can't deny the fact that we need full agriculture to operationalize this industrial. So what is your plan for agriculture? Because everything related to agriculture is falling apart in the country. So how are you? Related question. I'm also an agribusiness student, and I also want to know how are you going to use agriculture to evolve.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So agriculture, okay, now since you guys are in the university, I also like to leave this code with you. It's one of the studies that I do. It's called quantitative verbalism. How you quantify the words so you can break it down properly. Now, agriculture, there is the agric and there is the culture. Okay? You need to separate the agro farming products. Farming has been there from the beginning of this earth. Even the Bible says that Adam and Eve found themselves in a farm, in the garden, where there was apples and everything. So that is the first business. Okay? Man must not live by bread alone, but it's a necessity. That is the fuel. So we're going to farm, but the culture is the industrialization that I'm telling you. The culture, how you culture the agro products, how you nurture them. It's called food processing. The processing needs a plant. When you buy plants in every region for processing, that is 5 to 10,000 jobs. We will start processing our food and distributing it around the whole country and distributing it in Nigeria, distributing it outside. We start to export our food outside. That is the industrialization I'm talking about. It is not about just taking the cocoa or the oranges and then 7 days, if no one buys it, it's rotten. How can you harvest food for 6, 7 months and because of pricing, somebody will not buy it? It would all, then you have to start all over again. Let's industrialize our farming. Let's put the food processors. Let's put the irrigation system underneath the ground. Let's make sure we do farming in thousands of hectares. Let's make sure we become the biggest food producers in That's what we need to do. Become the reason why starvation will go down. And guess what? The economy will grow. Once this is done, the economy will grow. Open it up. We are not doing anything with this littering, this plastic. But what the gentleman is saying definitely is sustainability. And recycling plays a big role here. We need to recycle everything. We need to refine everything we have. We need to manufacture everything we have. We're still back to the same thing I'm talking about, industrialization. Please. I have what the gentleman asked me about the youth and what I have for the youth. I am here. I have come for you. You have come for me too. What do you think have just happened? I have taken a decision that in many years nobody wanted to take. Now you have someone. Now you have a young person you can relate to. Now I am sharing all my success code with you. And not only that, I am willing to work with you. I am willing to work with you. I can roll my sleeves. I am not any different from you. You just need to join me. And I join you. And we do it together. Thank you. And this man's question, I don't think there will be any relatable question. Who said money is just spiritual? Please, oh, don't go to Benio, don't go to all of these places. Don't let them lie to you. Oh, that somebody will tell you that do this, and you make money. Please ask that man the question. If you can do anything to make me money, would you be sitting there for you to go and pay them so they can make you money? Can't you see the lies here? Nobody can coach you to even make money. Because if you're not ready to make the money, it's not coming to you. Now, I don't know all of this story, if it's true out there, but one thing I know for sure, that Sika, if Nyansa, Nyame ne dema. That's all. So anybody that is sitting anywhere lying to you and doing all this fetish stuff, please don't believe in them. Oh. Look at the white man. He's making billions and he just has a Facebook and it's an app and he's collecting money from you every second. And he's one of the richest. You think he went to see some juju to make that money? No, it's the brain. God has given you all of that. He's giving you the world. Use it to make that. I think I wouldn't take any more 3 questions because it becomes longer and longer. But the first guy was actually asking me, let me just get my thoughts back again. What was he asking for? 8 years for the projects that I'm going to do. Listen, there's been 40 years of a duopoly governance. And I would like to explain that to you. It's just 2 colors of some brand that every 8 years, one will come and tell you, take money and put your thumb. And every time he told you that, he bought your soul. It's your country, but you have taken bribe to put someone to govern. That person, when he takes your money, you owe them times 1,000. When he gives you the money and you take it, when they become a president, they will take the money from you 10,000 times. The fact is, you will complain and complain, but both of you are thieves. You've let yourself down. Yes. And that is African politics, right? When you go to the European politics, the leader comes to you and he says, please donate to me and help me to become a president. When he becomes a president, he owes you. So now he has to serve you. So our politics has been a reverse cycle that is eating us out. Because every 8 years, somebody will kick the ball and pass it to other person. And then they will do the same thing to you. And they play your mind and they pass it again. And then you are there complaining. I don't believe in complaints. I don't believe in excuses. I believe in one thing, the solution for the problem. And I have come with a solution. We have to change the governance of our country. We have to change the constitution, review it, build it. We have to change the mindset of the nation. We have to uplift the people and give them value. And we have to create a middle income lifestyle, a middle income economy. So that is what everybody is supposed to follow. Whoever comes to power after this, after freedom, Jacob Caesar would be doing that open mind Caesar. They would have to have an open mind. They would have to make sure that we follow this traditional governance. We have to make sure that it's not like either one of the parties that you have to go and do what they're doing or do what they're doing. No, we have to do what the nation wants. I think that is the best governance for us. And then there was the second one. I think the second person was talking about corruption. Corruption is very simple. When they take all the value from you, you simply become corrupt. That's all. And then let's say if you're a watchman and then somebody breaks into your house and then you find is the landlord has broken into the house. You start running, but the next time you get a chance, you also enter the house. So if our leaders are corrupting our mindset, if everybody is taking bribes, and if we only have 1,000 cities or 2,000 cities for salary, when our fuel is 1,200 to fill the tank, then definitely we are going to, pass corners to try and get something else. And that's how corruption grows. So it's very simple. When the value is stripped, you look for other avenues to force the money. Yes, I think some of the industries have to be revived, but even if we're going to do so, we still need to apply technology to industrialization so we can get the speed. We have to get the robots. We have to get new plants that will help us to speed up quickly. And I think that would help very much. Well, that map is Africa. So you see, nobody can walk to Africa. They have to cross some kind of water, some kind of ocean, or they have to fly through the air and come here. And it's a land of treasures, opportunities, a land that the people that live on the land don't know what they have. So people cross that water, that ocean, they come to Africa and they find gold, they find diamonds, they find many things. So when I was studying the map of this country, I saw River Pra and River Oti. When you're coming from Kumasi to Cape Coast, it's a big river. It's just there. No one is using it for anything. Oti is there. It's not connected. When I went to Techiman, when I started this tour, I went to Tamale, then after I went to Goso, then Techiman. So every time I went to the room, I quickly studied the map of that region. Then I found out that, oh, there's a river tunnel in Techiman, and it goes all the way to the end of Takrady, Elibo. It's sharing border at the Ivorian coast. Next to it is the sea. So what we have to do is just dredge our lands. Let the sea merge with the water bodies, the rivers, the lagoons, and start to use it as a transportation path. So it's development. It's been there, but we haven't thought of it. When you look at Manchester, tomorrow morning all of you can Google, ask the computer, has anybody dredged the sea to merge with the river for it to become a canal? And you will see Israel will come up, you will see Birmingham, Manchester will come up, Holland will come up, Germany will come up, Dubai will come up. Oh, Ghana, this is very much possible. Let's stop being daft. We can build our nation by opening the routes. We are still driving articulators, containers, sports cars, Mercedes, VIP buses, everything, caterpillars, all on one single road. Please, when you look, every border, go to Ivorian border, look on the right, you will see the seas there. Drive all the way, go to Togo, the border, look on the right, you will see the sea there. Drive again, go to Cotonou. When you get to the border, look on the right, you will see the sea there. Go to Semaboda. When you get there, right to the border, look on the right, the sea is there. It goes to Cameroon, the sea is there. You think God is a footballer to put the sea around you? And you think your white colonial master has put the borders close to the sea? What for? Transportation. Everything he came to take can only be moved on the water. So you have water. Water is life. Why are we throwing rubbish in it? Why are we not letting the water to marry another water? Look how long the water has been flowing. The waves of the water. You don't want to marry this water. You don't want to give this life to this water to merge so people can use the water. So he also enjoys nature. When I go to England, I see ferries. I see ships. I see yachts. I see boats. People love the water life. And it's transporting them. Africans, we have rejected this. When I say I want to industrialize Ghana, it means I want to open the country up. I want to build railway tracks that can carry 500 containers in one time. I want to open the roads so when someone is coming to Cape Coast, can go on a ferry, they will spend 2 hours and they will see the beauty of our country. How come the Volta Lake is one of the biggest lakes in the world and it's a man-made lake by one of your leaders and you still have a doubt that is impossible? Look at the size of the Volta Lake. Look at the size of water bodies that you have and they're just laying there. And we are all in one traffic and it's polluting us. It's taking us forever to move. Why is it that we're thinking backwards? This new nation that we're building, this new Ghana, let's think forward. Let's move forward. Let's do things that is impossible and make it possible. Let's build our own country by our own mentality, by our own knowledge. Let the things that are impossible become possible. I have walked this way. I have walked this way, ladies and gentlemen. They told me I won't make it. They said it wasn't possible. They said that I was not going to be successful. They said I was not going to finish the building. They said I was broke when I was wealthy. They said I wasn't going to be the president when I already was in the sight of God. It is possible. I am that young man that came from Asukwa. That young man that when I looked in the mirror, I saw a suited young boy. But when I looked at me, I was wearing ragged clothes. My mind was already made that I was going to be who I'm becoming. That belief has driven me far away. Today, I came here to share these moments with you, and these times with you, and this story with you. I say, it is possible to build our nation again, and it's going to be built by us, for us, from us. This new generation I believe in today. I know you've studied technology, IT, you understand data, you understand industrialization, you understand multiplication, you understand the computer, you understand speed. Let's use this to build ourselves again. Africa is about to be industrialized and there is going to be a revolution. It has started already. Get ready, prepared, be a part of the future. The future has started yesterday and we are already late. Let's come together and let's be part of this history of Africa Industrial Revolution. Thank you very much. I got the name Kwame Bediako, aka Freedom Jacob Caesar. God bless you.
Oh Ghana, eni da swaba, mama yentu ozana. Nyame adom tie beseye di mana. We present to you the new force. Nana Kwame Bediako. Oh Bediako.